45 creative and marketing agencies. And this is how I personally implement Claude into their workspace, creating a custom project management system. So why should you even listen to me in the first place? Well, quite frankly, I've helped and built the backend for over 45 creative and marketing agencies, doing somewhere between 50K to 10M plus per year. And I have a YouTube specifically showcasing on how real operations should look like. So I want to teach you on how you should build your own project management system inside of Claude and how you utilize this to your best extent to understand how real software should be built from. So if you don't have this installed already, go to your browser here and open up a new tab and just search for Claude Code app. And in the top here, you have the application. Download that app for Mac, Windows, or Linux, depending on what you have. And once you have that done, you can go down and get straight started into this. So sign in, get a software, and so on. And we're going to be using the code function, the Claude Code function. That's super important so you don't navigate somewhere else, like start building within the chat. So we start by give some context about who you are as an agency. So what you do, what services you build from, what your ideal ICP is, and what's the goal of the software you're trying to build. In this case, a project management software. And you may ask, like, hey, I use ClickUp, I use Asana, I use Monday, I use Linear, I use anything else. Why doesn't that work for me? Well, if you're a solo founder, sure, that's fine. You can have it in your notes in your TED if you want. You can write it down on pen and paper if you want. When you're trying to run a team, I believe that custom is truly the best solution to make it as good and as custom to your company. Because as we know, if we drive the line here, we draw the line here, in if we go into Excel draw, the best way to have a software is what? Is to make it custom to you. Because the main problem with these custom softwares and everything is that if you just sign up for like Monday or a ClickUp or Asana or have these softwares and you don't have it custom specific to your company, then it won't apply to you. And as said, if you're a beginner, if you're a smaller agency doing like smaller than like 50K per month or so, then you can have anything you want. That's not specific. But if you're higher ticket, truly trying to win, you have to have your own custom software. So what we do, well, we give some context about our agency. So the easiest way here is just like brain dump. Get a tool like Whisperflow or anything else and just say like, hey, I'm an agency. I do PPC and SEO as my main two services. I have about 40 clients. I have 20 people under me, and I have to create a project management system through Claude Code that can track all my tasks for all my team members. So I need different logins, different users. I need to track all of the client fulfillment I have for a person, and I have to be that in Kanban charts, in normal charts, in tasks to-do lists. I need to have multiple views, and let's say in this case, I also want to have anything, right? I want this to be as close to a platform like ClickUp, Asana, Monday, and so on, so I can have my own software, which you can customize to my own SOPs and so on. But I'll give the SOPs for you later. For now, just create the generalized template, and then from there, let's work from there. So implement the system as we were 20 different employees for doing SEO and PPC. And later down the line, I also want to integrate my tools, my statistics, and everything else on the one platform. As said, just brain dump. Here, I don't think for doing SEO and PPC. So here, as said, you don't have to go rogue. You don't have to like tell everything about your company. Of course, the more context you add, the better. But generally speaking, we just want to have some brain dumping, because I believe that the best way to move forward is to work by examples. So I'm going to trigger my skill here called Dashboard Premium. This will be available down below for free at no cost. You can download it, you can test it out, and you can play around with your own skills templates. I always have a specific skill because I like to have a specific rule. And for now, host it only on my Vercel. No need to connect actual Supabase or so on, because this is only for a YouTube video. So in practice, this will work, of course, a bit differently. But for now, I just want to run this. And let's let's in this case, you know what you do? Let's find an agency we want to mimic and take the information from. SEO and PPC agency US. Let's see anyone that specializes specifically in them. Here, traditional PPC agencies. DR iLocal here. I like that name. Open this in a new tab. Let's see what do they do. Do they do only PPC and ooh, they do a lot. I don't like that. Well, specifically for my system. It's fine if you do more, that's not different here, but just for example, here I want to pick something specific and simple. Let's see, Six City Marketing. Let's see what they do. They do, yeah, this is fine. Web design is always going to be within that niche as well. So I want to copy this. Here is my company. Let's say, take my logo, design, and everything else. I should have some case study name on my website. I'm going to send this over and I'll let you know once this has been finished running. And as said, I want Claude to do all the work. I don't want to make the perfect system within one prompt. I want to create an idea. I want to visualize the idea. And then once I have the idea in my head, I want to put that into a system because then once I have it within a system, I can then give it specific things I want to change and not just top of mind. So yeah, I'm going to let this run and then let you come back once this has been finished running. Something I wanted to add on here while we're building this, as you can see, it says we're building this on a Next.js PM project management platform. Next.js is a framework that I think you're familiar with if you're a marketing agency. It's basically a framework that you build software with, and I think it's the best. Like not HTML mockups. Don't make it like that. Make it proper, like long term, so you can integrate multiple solutions, platforms, API calls, MCP servers, wherever you want. And then so make sure it's built the system within Next.js. And if you download my skill, you don't have to worry about stuff like this. It will run automatically. But if you don't have my skill, you have to be aware on what framework you build the platform on so it fits everything. Now it's just fetching the assets and so on from the website, which I found. And once this has been finished running, I will get back to you. As we now can see, it has officially been completed. It took about 24 minutes in total. So everything from the ground up in terms of structure and so on. So we have different views, technical notes, and also, as said, it's not linked to any database or Postgres or anything along those lines, such as Supabase. That will come later down the line. So if I open this platform now, it will look something like this, which I think looks pretty neat, in my opinion. I have to take in consideration that this has been one prompt. Like I haven't done magic. I haven't sat here for hours. I wrote down one prompt. I left. I came back 25 minutes later. System kind of built. So I'm going to sign in as Daniel. I think he's the owner of Sixth City or whatever the agency was named. Sorry, Daniel, for totally butchering your company and using your information. Sign in as Daniel. So we have things like home, as you mentioned, my work, board, list, calendar, clients, teams, dashboards, and then different spaces depending on the person. So if I zoom this and just make it a bit bigger, we can see the good morning, Daniel. I like that a bit. It looks very unique in that sort of sense. We have open tasks due today, overdue, done this week, and then agency snapshot, which is good to know. And then, yeah, my work, everything is empty, of course. If I Ooh, okay. So we have assignees, so the team members. Hopefully this isn't the team. Maybe it is. Estimate hours to do, due date tomorrow. What needs done? I need to record this YouTube video. Let's see if this saves. Create tasks, and it's going to be this week. Oh, nice. It's all. I'm kind of impressed on how good everything went here. Like this is one prompt. Like Claude is so smart these days. So yeah, recorded video. It's flagged as blue just because it's later. So that's quite cool. We have the board. Okay, so we have examples. So we have record the YouTube video and things like which it has to do with marketing. So yeah, content brief, keywords, optimize landing pages, articles, page drafts, ad copy, and so on. Quite cool. This is a board. We have list with all the tasks as well. And my tasks went in here automatically as well. Excuse me. And then the calendar, which I think is a very, very cool. If you zoom this in a bit. So we have the calendar with all the oh, okay. Let's see if it saves. It saved the recorded video. Wow, I'm super impressed with the entire system. It truly did a lot. Within one prompt, I'm so surprised. Clients, which I think is quite cool. I think it took the clients from the website, or so I assume. The team, Oh, workload. This is a very unique feature, or a very common feature, which unique in terms I didn't expect seeing it, in terms of workload by hours. So like in most project management systems, and I'm surprised it captured this as well. You have lists, tasks, and so on, and you have expected hours. This is actually, oh, this is a sprint task. It has points. I'm so surprised. So it has different hours. So you saw when I put on the work, I think it was in the list or home here. I put up the list, and I put amount of hours. So if I put like different hours, in this case, I put 2 hours. I can write comments and stuff. Wow, okay. I'm very positively surprised at how well it did in one prompt. Like usually there's some back and forth, we write this and do that. But like it crushed this, like one prompt. Like you can just go more back and forth. You can change the colors, you can change the logos. I mean, you can do whatever you want. But like for being one message with, like you saw the context added, it truly wasn't that much of a context. Either way. So we have hours, and then the team capacity is calculated by hours and tasks. So maybe I have myself down here somewhere. Yeah, 2 hours. Why do I have 2 hours? Well, I put a task with 2 hours. So if I put today, I have to create a project management system. I want due date, let's say today, I'm going to put myself estimated hours 10 hours. Let's do it like this. Priority normal, internal, let's go. And then put team. It updated my hours. Everything here is already automatic. We just have to connect the database, and then you can do it yourself. And you can just ask Claude Code, like, hey, can you connect my Supabase, or like a platform I can connect the information? We'll do it for you as well. Dashboards, oh, okay. Monthly recurring revenue, quite cool to see. Open tasks, overdue, average retainer, quite cool to see. We have open by priority, nice. Open workload by person, very nice to have myself here somewhere. I think it was Daniel somewhere here. Either way, we have, oh, throughput, cool. Open tasks by team, very, very nice. Spaces, I'm not sure what this, oh, okay. So it's the, wow, I'm so surprised. Like, you don't have to pay for these tools anymore. You can just create this yourself. And especially because you can make it so custom to your own unique tasks, SOPs. So if I was you in this case, I wanted to build something like this, like put and give everything around your SOPs, like here are my tasks I do on a daily basis, like step-by-step roadmap. And it will be even more unique to yourself. Or like, here are the tools I use. I use Ahrefs, connect my API key. I use GA4, connect my API key. I use Google Search Console, connect my API key. I use my Gmail, connect my API key. So you can make this so much more custom, but I'm so surprised at how well this actually turned out from one prompt. So yeah, you have all the different operations, which is quite cool as well. Some unique add-ons. We have client success, we have web SEO, we have content studio, and here of course populate a bunch of tasks just to fill it out. Looks nice for the video, but in this case, of course, it would be your tasks and everything else around you as well. We have the dashboard, we have the team, we have the clients, calendars. I mean, we have everything that we essentially need. And you can build something like this like so quickly on your own and making it so custom by just doing one prompt. So you go into Claude, you say like, here are the things I want to do, help me out, build it for me, and you're good to go. So as said, the thing I would do here, I would put in your agency, your SOPs, some background, like here we've been around for 20 years, or here we've been around for 10 years or 5 years, whatever you have, make it unique, add everything you have, and you can create something very, very, very cool. Yeah, less than 10 minutes here, and we have something like this. And you don't have to live around your Asana or your Monday or your ClickUp or whatever else. You can make it so custom to your own need. Like if you want an AI speech to text, add that. If you want your meeting note taker to add tasks, add the API and ask the Claude to connect it. So like saying, hey, I want to connect my Fireflies API key or Fathom or Otter because I want to have like as soon as a meeting completes with a client, or like my client success manager has a meeting, I want to update a task within the system, and it can do that for you. So yeah, good luck. Download the template for free. I mean, I will share everything here. So if you just want to skip 2 steps and just take the current structure I just built, I'm happy to give away for free, like no strings attached. And the rest is up to you. I mean, play around with it, have fun. I mean, Claude is so powerful nowadays. I truly believe that custom is the way. I'm going to keep pushing this because I've been the person who has built with these platforms for the past couple of years. I'm a ClickUp verified consultant. I'm a consultant on these platforms before, and I still am. So I think there's just so much leverage creating custom stuff because you can make it so unique to the team. It's insane. So yeah, good luck. I wish you all the best and take my skill down below. Have fun. And of course, if you have any questions or ideas, just comment down below and I'm happy to answer and help you out. Thank you. And I hope you liked the video.